23-year-old Australian tourist Madison Jane Lydon is memorialized by a white bicycle near Central Park in New York City. She was struck by a sanitation truck in 2018 while riding a bike. She later died in hospital. This summer, a cyclist was hit by an SUV in Brooklyn, caught on camera. 25 cyclists have been killed on New York streets so far this year, the highest death toll in 20 years.
6 years ago, New York launched City Bike, its ride-sharing program to encourage more New Yorkers to cycle to and from work in a bid to cut back on congestion and pollution. But cycling in New York is not for the faint of heart. Of the city's roughly 2,000 kilometers of bike lanes, most are unprotected, meaning there's no barrier between cyclers and cars and trucks.
As more cyclists take to the streets, more are getting hit by vehicles. Cities around the world are grappling with the same problem, looking for solutions as biking's popularity grows. European cities like Amsterdam are leading the pack with protected bike lanes. Guangzhou and Shanghai are investing heavily in the same. To tackle the problem in New York, city officials just approved a new $1.7 billion plan that it hopes will revolutionize the city's streets, making them safer.
We are at a turning point. As a city, we know things are unsustainable and we need to make big changes. We're going to show the rest of the country and hopefully the world that we can remake cities to be better.
The so-called Streets Master Plan will link existing bike lanes across the city and build an extra 400 kilometers of protected bike lanes over a period of 5 years, starting in 2021. It builds on the mayor's previous plan, which was criticized for being too piecemeal. The current plan also faces criticism from New York drivers, who will lose free curbside parking in a city where garage parking can cost almost as much as rent.
And some of those people who are right now just worried about losing their parking spot may be somebody who feels really good in a year or two about the reliability of the buses and the reliability of the trains and the fact that on some days they may even take a bicycle because it's safe.
Mary Beth Kelly's husband of 32 years was killed by a tow truck while crossing an intersection on his bike in 2006. She spent the last 13 years advocating for change that has now become law.
I think this is going to be really important for me in terms of managing my own grief and my rage and channeling it towards something that would turn this city into the bikeable, walkable place that it could be.
Corinna Huber, CGTN, New York.